One night, as Sammy drifted to sleep, he held Rico's feather, the one his old friend had left behind. So long ago. He missed him dearly and wished more than anything that he could see him again. He awoke not to a gentle city scene, but to a world of incredible noise and height. He was in a forest of giant glittering towers that scraped the sky, with yellow cars like beetles rushing far below. A cacophony of sirens, horns, and voices filled the air. It was overwhelming. Suddenly, a familiar voice cut through the noise. "Sammy? Is that really you?" Sammy's heart skipped a beat. He turned to see a colorful parrot with bright red, blue, and yellow feathers, looking at him with wide, astonished eyes. "Rico?" Sammy whispered, hardly daring to believe it. "Rico!" It was him. They rushed to each other, and Rico wrapped his wings around Sammy in a tight hug. "I knew you were an adventurer at heart," Rico squawked with joy. "You made it. You made it to the Big Apple, New York City." Sammy was so happy he could barely speak. His old friend who had inspired all his travels was finally here. Rico had followed his own dream and made a new home in the biggest jungle of them all. Rico was so excited to show his friend everything. "First, a proper New York breakfast," he declared. He led Sammy to a small shop where they shared a bagel, a round, chewy bread with cream cheese. It was simple, but delicious. Next, they visited a giant park in the middle of the city, Central Park. It was an oasis of green with winding paths, a sparkling lake, and even a carousel. It felt a little like a small, tidy jungle right in the middle of the skyscrapers. "Now for the best view," Rico said. He led Sammy to the tallest building Sammy had ever imagined, the Empire State Building. They went up, up in a fast-moving box, and when they stepped out at the top, Sammy gasped. The whole city spread out beneath them like a glittering map, stretching as far as he could see. They saw another amazing sight from there, a giant green lady standing on an island, holding a torch. "That's the Statue of Liberty," Rico explained. "She welcomes everyone who comes here looking for a new home and a new dream." As the sun began to set, they walked across the famous Brooklyn Bridge. The lights of the city began to twinkle on, creating a magical man-made constellation. They talked for hours, catching up on everything. Rico had missed the jungle, but he loved the energy and excitement of New York. Sammy told Rico all about his dream travels, the friends he'd made, and his collection of souvenirs. Rico listened, amazed. "I always knew you had it in you, Sammy," he said, his voice soft. As the dream began to fade, Rico reached into a small pouch he wore. He pulled out a tiny, shiny charm shaped like a perfect little apple, glowing with a golden light. "A little piece of the Big Apple," he said, placing it in Sammy's paw. "So you never forget our adventure, or that you can achieve any dream. Don't be a stranger, my friend." Sammy awoke with tears of joy in his eyes. He was back in his nest, but the feeling of his friend's hug felt real. He opened his paw. There, next to Rico's original feather, lay the tiny golden apple. It shone with a warm, hopeful light, His collection of treasures was not just about places anymore. It was about friendship, hope, and dreams coming true.